Recently, there was an article in CNN which describes how IDF soldiers have trauma from having witnessed events in Gaza. Later on, it actually mentions that one in particular who committed suicide was a bulldozer driver who actually perpetrated the acts which he is appalled by. Now, imagine this. In Gaza, you have undeniable evidence of targeted killing of children, hospitals, utilities, everything. Just the other day, finally, the BBC actually had a reporter on the ground who was invited to see a hospital in Lebanon, which Israelis have accused of being a headquarters for Hezbollah. And they were at pains to show this reporter, Ola Gerlin, that it's a normal hospital. But just imagine this scenario, that we're now supposed to feel sorry for these murderers. So these people are traumatized for having committed acts of atrocity, clear acts of genocide, mass murder, targeted killings, deliberate killings of civilians. Even doctors, who are they? I mean, we just shouldn't trust doctors, multiple doctors who have cited targeted shots to the heads of infants. So now, this article from CNN, we're supposed to feel sorry for people who have actually perpetrated these acts. Let that marinate a second. You're supposed to feel sorry for these mass murdering, soulless bastards. You're supposed to trust them. You're supposed to call them the most moral army. They can't even fathom what they've done. Imagine how it is for the children that they've been terrorizing for over a year, more than a year, decades. We are supposed to commiserate with these people. There is an entire history of atrocity that they've carried out. Before October the 7th, there was a peaceful protest and they shot people. Before that, you had Operation, I even forget the names. It's happened so frequently. Even under Yitzhak Rabin, who was given a Nobel Prize for peace. Under him, a shelling of a UN compound and the death of hundreds who are seeking shelter. This is a common theme with Israel. They tell people to go to a shelter and then they attack it. But we're supposed to feel sorry for them now. Oh, poor Diddums. Did you wet your bed from actions that you did to children? Now, we already know that they're scum. We already know that they're dogs. We already know they don't have a soul. However, how about those people? Another thing about Gaza is exposing treachery on all sides. How about those people who stay quiet? How about those people who are complicit? Whether it's your media spokespeople, whether it's the people who apologize for nefarious governments, our own leaders in our own lands in their silence. Everyone has a part to play. In the West, keep projecting your voice. If you're doing something, keep doing it and do more. We are here. We will not be censored. If a child in Gaza has to bear the brunt of these kind of atrocities, if a man like Yahya Sinwar, rahimullah, he had nothing left after being shelled by tanks, the building which he was in. All he had was a stick and he threw that. If people are willing to give their all, the least we can do is to vocalize, is to act, is to raise awareness. That's the minimum we can do. Whatever you're doing, do more. And in the Muslim world, if this voice goes out to the Muslim world, make a stand. First things first, recognize you don't have leaders, you have an occupation. The West built the infrastructure for surveillance that you are afraid to talk under. The West are the ones who are propping up your regimes. However, they will not be able to handle the brunt of people standing up. Even the smallest of acts make a stand in whatever capacity you can. The genie is out the bottle. If you ever feel complacent, if you ever feel like giving up, remember, there are people who have no choice but to carry on. However bad you feel, you can still go home. You can still feel secure. There are children right now who never sleep because of the sounds of shelling, because of the uncertainty, because of hunger. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, if they can keep going, who am I? Out.